It's on.
It's on. Make sure. Okay.
There we go.
We on. Alright, so I wanted to do a quick, like, it's not really a Q&A, but I guess just kind of an interview / like day in the life of Breatharian. How many days has it been since you've eaten? This is my brother, y'all know that.
I haven't chewed food since Black Friday 2018, and it's now June 2019.
Okay.
June 2nd, 2019. So that's
How many days
6,
is that?
7 months and about 10 days.
So no chewing at all.
Yeah, just in the beginning it was like smoothies, and every now and again I have some soup, and then as liquidy as possible though. And then now I'm just at a point where it's just herbs, green juice, and coconut water.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. I guess for somebody who doesn't know anything about Breatharian, like what is that? What does that mean? To be Breatharian.
To be consciously utilizing the breath as your main source of fuel, or really just realization, in a sense, because again, you have an immortal energy. You just need to be reminded of it. So it's more so like the breath resets you, reminds you of that immortal energy that has always been here and will always be here, because energy can't be destroyed. It was never created or born, never born or dies. So it's more so like the reminder, because some people will just eat foods to fill the void in their body so that they can be reminded of energy. And for a Breatharian, or an alchemist rather, whatever you would consider it, if you want to entitle it something.
Yeah.
They're using the breath as the base of their pyramid. And if not just that, but it's just like more so cosmic or alignment energy, dark energy, whatever you want to call it. That's the base of the diet.
Yeah.
It's starting your day with breath, ending your day with breath, using the breath to fully digest things, so you can aid in digestion. Because if you do diaphragmatic breathing after eating, or before eating, your diet will change.
Yeah, it's real.
Yeah, because if you eat anything you shouldn't and then you try to breathe, you'll feel what hurts.
It's like a war in your body.
Yeah, so it pretty much is like emotions or and logic, like that. Those are cool, but the breath is more so a better compass for your direction in life.
Guidance.
Yeah. So if you're breathing shallow, then your manifestations will be shallow. If you're breathing deep from your diaphragm, then you have a capacity to be shallow if you feel like it, or be deep. You can toggle.
Yeah.
But if you're just shallow, then you're just gonna be on your dog breath, like, and like you don't know it, but you hear it, And so when you pant like that, you hear it, and then your heart, whenever you're panting like that, it keeps you in sympathetic nervous system, because it's like your body's not ever really relaxing. It's not taking that full breath. It's not relaxing. So your alignment will always be off, because you're constantly like rushing in the sympathetic nervous system. You're never attracting, because when the body is relaxed, then it can attract. You can accept the breath. You can accept what's really on your path, what's designed for you. So I guess Breatharianism is more so just like respect to cosmic arrangement, whether it be your daily arrangement of air, fire, water, earth, and from that it goes backwards too. So you start the day at air, fire, water, earth, so that'd be breath, sunlight, hot water, herbs, or food if you're denser than that, and then you go backwards. Then you go water, hot water, whatever, sunlight, back to breath, and then it goes from breath to, and you just continually go with respect to the elemental perfection that is laid out for us.
Right. As far as like when you first went Breatharian to now, is the intake like any different?
Yeah, it's more. It's just more difficult for me to take on more, because it hurts quicker.
As far as like smoothies and stuff?
Yeah.
Or just in general?
I just get more full faster, and then like I can feel the stretching of the organs. And I can feel the alignment change, the thoughts shift. Yeah. My energy changes.
Like instantly, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Like you feel it. Like as soon as my pancreas has too much of a load and it's just overworked, I can feel it, and then I can feel my thoughts change, and then I can feel the whole process. I can feel the pressure from there on my kidneys and bladder, and it has a lot to do with the way you take things in too.
Yeah.
If you're stressed out while you're
I was
eating,
gonna say the environment.
yeah, you should never really have any emotional like attachments while you're eating. You shouldn't really, even if it's water,
Yeah.
even if it's drinking water,
Yeah.
you shouldn't drink water like stressed out. Like you have to do everything pretty much like, okay, this is gonna be here. It has always existed, so it always will.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
when it's all about how you do things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we was out of focus. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if we were out of focus, but what was I gonna say? So yeah, you were on smoothies and now it's just tea, herbs.
Yeah, I was honestly, to be real, like I really didn't feel like I needed smoothies. Like on Black Friday, I had like 9 sprouted almonds, and I started crying. Like I was already fasting so much most of that year, like
Yeah.
you know, or that fall of last year, and I had, you know, my body just was I was like, okay, I realized now, like this is just done. But I was close to people, so it was like, all right, let me transition the best way I can to where I don't create a big disturbance in the people around me and shock them, and because at some level, you know, you'd like to share in the experience of not needing and having abundance. So since I had people close to me, I was like, all right, I'll transition with the smoothies and then occasional soups, even though I didn't feel a need for them then.
Yeah.
But the more I got alone and away from folks and with myself, then gradually it was like, man, I don't want anything. I don't even want to vape weed. I don't, you know, all I really want is what I need and nothing more, because I know everything that's going to give is going to take equally.
Right.
So it was more like that. Like I just don't want to have anything more than what I need. It's more about precision nutrition at this point. And because I know anything that I don't need, I'll attract parasites to take it anyway. You know, if I take on something that I don't need, it's like if somebody gave me a bunch of money and I didn't know what to do with it,
it's just gonna be like parasitic money.
Yeah, so somebody, I'm gonna attract parasites to take the money. I'm gonna blow the money.
Yeah.
You know, it's
buy parasitic things.
Yeah, things gotta be precise. Yeah.
As far as like working out, do you work out?
Yeah, I work out. I work out when my whole body wants to. You know, I don't just work out out of routine, out of guilt. And the guilt's not really there because I'm not putting anything in my body that needs to be exorcised.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't need any exorcisms. So I don't need a self-induced fever every day. You know, I mean, I can sit out in the sun for 12 hours a day, and most people can't even do 1 hour a day.
Yeah.
You know, and this is, some people who are darker than me can't do more than an hour.
Yeah.
Just because they're eating garbage that when the sun is in them is gonna radiate, and then the garbage is all in here just bubbling and boiling and heating up.
Why you don't need sunscreen, guys?
Yeah, so
I mean, some of y'all might.
Yep, so yeah, like for me, people are like, man, you're getting real dark. I'm like, semen retention and not eating garbage, now the sun don't hate me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's that simple. Like, you know, I don't need to work out if I can constantly take sun like that. My body is fully developed. I've done millions of push-ups and sit-ups. I've been in the gym for decades. Like, now it's just maintenance and like doing what the body wants to maintain the physique. And it's like I did all the heavy lifting. Like I don't, you know, at this point it's like you can't add to perfection, you know? Like it's just about returning to your perfection. More so.
So what's I guess like a quick day in the life of a breatharian? How do you start and end the day? How do you go through the day? I guess it's not a routine necessarily, but
yeah, I mean, some of it's gonna be like a compass depending on your level of toxicity, but like the compass would definitely start off with like the breath, you know, your air first, fire, water, earth. So I start off with the breath, and then after the breath, I open up all the windows. I try to rise with the sun, do my best to rise with the sun if I can, so that I can, you know, gradually rise like the sun does. It doesn't just jolt out of bed.
Right.
You know, so then gradually rise, breathe, sunlight, and then since water is the next element, I'll get like hot water, warm water, or sun tea or whatever. And then the herbs will be my earth element. And then if it's a parasitic detox, then diatomaceous earth and activated charcoal before the herbs, and then the herbs, and then you use the psyllium husk to push things out, depending on wherever you're at in your stage of detox.
Yeah.
Because for different people it'll be different. Some people don't have as much as detox.
Yeah.
They might wake up and do the breath work and be like, I don't need water till 12.
Yeah.
And then it's a slower transition from element to element.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
It's not right.
Yeah. So some people might have to jump to this to stay entertained, so that they don't, you know, so they can stay disciplined.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's more so like just following the elemental flow of that, and then
it's like the middle of the day, since you're not eating, since that's such a part of everybody's day usually, like, what do you be doing?
the middle of the day, I mean, I really, since people go to work for 8 hours a day so that they can buy food so that they can have energy for work, I just do breath work so that I just have energy and don't have to go to work, and then you know, and I can attract money for new experiences, because I just can't do anything redundant at this point. Like, my energy has become more specific, so it has to be new. It has to be an experience that will expand just my experiences. That's really about it. You know, it just has to be something new or a new arrangement. It can't be the same. So it's like just emotional feng shui, really, like, to where I'm doing whatever I have to do to gradually create the next new memory. So every day, I mean, for me, I'm just doing breath work. I do consultations with people. I write a lot.
Yeah.
So it might make music, whatever it is, depending on the
Just kind of creating. Really.
Yeah, whatever chi is available to me.
Yeah.
You know, it's not. I don't really